Have you ever looked into his eyes and felt like he was holding something back? Like he wanted more, needed more, but he couldn't say it, wouldn't say it. He holds your hand, he smiles at your words, he listens, but somewhere, deep inside, something is missing. Not because you're not enough, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because there's one thing he craves more than anything, and he doesn't know how to ask for it. He can't explain it. He may not even fully understand it, but he feels it every time your energy shifts, every time your presence deepens, every time you stand in your truth without chasing, without proving, without shrinking. It's not your looks. It's not how good you are in the kitchen or the bedroom. It's not how well you fit into his world. What he secretly craves is how you make him feel when you live in your power. Not power that tries to control, but power that doesn't flinch. Power that feels soft but unshakable. It's the energy of a woman who knows who she is. A woman who doesn't beg to be chosen because she already chose herself. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." He craves something more, but he thinks it comes from the outside. He runs, he chases, he compares. But what he's really chasing is something only one kind of woman carries. The kind of woman who walks into a room and doesn't need attention, because presence speaks louder than noise. The kind of woman who doesn't just offer love, she is love. Imagine a rose in full bloom. It doesn't scream for the bee. It doesn't stretch its petals, hoping to be noticed. It stands in its beauty, open, grounded, unapologetic. The bee comes not because the rose chases, but because the rose simply is. That's what he feels when you stop trying to become and start being. And now it's time. Time to remember what you've always known deep down. You are not here to convince him. You are not here to wait for his clarity. You are here to become the kind of woman he never saw coming, but will never forget. The kind of woman who doesn't just love, she reigns. And now, beautiful soul, you step into that truth. Not just a woman in love, but a queen in command. If these words touched something deep inside you, if they reminded you of the strength you forgot you had, then show some love. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are working hard every single day to bring you messages that heal, empower, and remind you of who you truly are. You deserve this kind of truth. You deserve to rise, and we are here to rise with you. Number 1. He doesn't crave your perfection. He craves your presence. Have you ever wondered why he starts to pull away when you try to be everything for him? You give more, you try harder, you pour yourself into perfection, thinking if you do everything right, if you become exactly what he wants, he will stay, he will choose, he will love. But still, something feels missing. You feel exhausted, unseen, and quietly heartbroken. Because deep down, you sense the truth that no one ever told you. He doesn't crave your perfection. He craves your presence. There's a kind of silence that happens in a relationship, not when words are missing, but when the energy is. He may not be able to explain it, but he feels it. The pressure, the performance, the need to constantly prove something. What he wants, but cannot say, is for you to just be. To stop trying to be the woman who does everything right, and instead become the woman who sits in her soul like it's home. The woman who doesn't shrink, doesn't mold herself, doesn't apologize for existing fully. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul remains dyed with the color of its thoughts." And when you are thinking about how to be more perfect, you start fading, you start softening your truth. But when your thoughts are rooted in presence, in self-trust, in peace, your soul glows. And he feels that glow like heat, like gravity, like something real he never wants to lose. Think of a candle, a steady flame in a quiet room. It doesn't flicker for attention, it doesn't beg to be noticed. But when everything else fades, it is the one thing that brings light, warmth, calm. Your presence, when it comes from within, not from pleasing, not from fixing, is that flame. And it pulls him in without effort, not because you're perfect, but because you're real. And now, beautiful soul, it's time to remember. You were never meant to earn your place. You are the place. You are not broken. You are the calm after the storm. You are not lacking. You are the light he didn't know he needed. And once you live in that, he'll feel it, and he'll never forget it. Affirm this truth, powerful woman. I don't need to be perfect. I only need to be present. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. Let the world feel your shift. And if this message awakened something inside you, if it reminded you that your value was never about performance, it was about presence, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard every day to bring you life-changing lessons because you were never meant to beg, you were meant to reign. Number 2, he secretly longs for the woman who is his peace, not his project. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything, loving deeply, giving endlessly, showing up with all your heart, but still he feels distant? Still, he pulls away, acts cold, or seems like he's looking for something else. It's confusing, even painful. You start asking yourself questions that cut deep. What else does he want? What am I not giving? But the truth is, it's not about how much you do. It's about how you make him feel. He doesn't want to be your mission. He doesn't want to be fixed, managed, or saved. He secretly longs for the one thing he doesn't know how to ask for, a woman who is his peace, not his project. A man may never say this out loud, but the energy he is most drawn to is the calm after the storm, the quiet strength that doesn't chase, the steady presence that doesn't shake when he pulls back. Peace is not passivity. Peace is power in stillness. And when you step into that space, when you become the woman who doesn't carry his healing but carries her own light, he feels it in ways even he can't explain. As Epictetus once said, no great thing is created suddenly. Peace isn't something loud or flashy, but it is unforgettable. Think of a lighthouse. It doesn't run around the shore screaming for ships. It stands, unmoved, bright, constant. The ships find their way, not because the lighthouse chases them, but because it never stops shining. That's what you're meant to become. Not the woman who runs after him when he drifts, but the one who stands so strong in herself that he comes back, not out of guilt, but out of gravity. You are not here to fix him. You are not here to break yourself trying to hold both your world and his. You are not the glue for a broken man. You are the flame he didn't know he needed until he felt the warmth of your presence, untouched by chaos. The moment you stop trying to be his cure and start being your own peace, that's when he will feel what he's been searching for in all the wrong places. This is not weakness, dear woman. This is your power. You are not too soft. You are sacred. You are not his project. You are the place he never wants to lose again. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I am his peace, not his project. Let this be your truth, your boundary, your power. We are working hard to bring you real, life-changing lessons, because this is your time, your season, your rise. Number 3. He craves a soft place to land, but only when that softness comes from strength. Have you ever wondered why he pulls closer when you stop trying so hard? Why his walls drop when you stop explaining, stop overgiving, and simply be. He may never say this out loud, but what he deeply craves is not loud love, not desperate love. It's a soft place to land. But here's what most never understand. He only trusts that softness when it stands on a foundation of strength. He doesn't want to fall into arms that are weak, shaking, or waiting to be saved. He wants to land in a space that feels calm, steady, and whole, a space where he is not responsible for fixing broken pieces. A space that doesn't lose itself trying to hold him together. He wants to feel like he's home, not like he's being held hostage. And only a woman who knows her worth can give him that. As the poet Rumi once said, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. He wants to rest in your energy, but only when your energy doesn't beg him to stay. He won't say it, but he feels it. He feels the difference between love that stands and love that clings. Think of a lighthouse. It does not chase ships. It does not scream into the wind. It stands strong. It shines steady, and every lost soul finds their way home by its light. That's what your strength is. That's what your softness becomes when it is rooted in power. It becomes magnetic. You were not made to break for his comfort. You were not made to bend until you disappear. You were made to hold your own, to love from fullness, not from fear. And once you step into that truth, once you become the woman who no longer reaches, no longer begs, no longer crumbles just to keep him close, he will feel it, deeply, quietly, and he will crave it in ways he cannot even explain. Dear lady, you are not broken. You are the safe place built from storms you've already survived. This is the version of you he never saw coming, the one who gives without losing herself, the one who receives without needing to chase. This is where your power lives. Affirm this now. My softness is my strength. Write this in the comments, queens, and claim it with every part of your soul. We are working hard to bring you real, raw, life-changing truths. You deserve nothing less than to reign. Number 4. He aches for the woman who doesn't chase because chasing feels like pressure, not passion. Have you ever noticed how the more you chase him, the further he pulls away? It's like the tighter you hold, the more he slips through your fingers. You give, you try, you prove, you wait, but nothing feels enough. And it leaves you wondering, what does he even want? What if the one thing he secretly craves isn't the chase, but your calm detachment? Not your pursuit, but your power to walk away. Here's the truth he won't say out loud. He aches for the woman who doesn't chase him, because when you chase, it doesn't feel like love to him. It feels like pressure. It feels like control. And deep down, what he truly wants is not someone who clings to him, but someone who stands so fully in herself that he feels lucky just to be chosen by her. The great philosopher Rumi once said, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you." And queens, love is not a battlefield you're meant to lose yourself in. You are not here to shrink for his comfort. You are not here to beg for space in his heart. You are here to live fully and let the right man rise to meet you. Imagine this: a flame does not chase the moth. It simply burns, steady, fierce, beautiful. And the moth, it's drawn to the light, not because the flame begged, but because the flame is. That's the energy that speaks louder than words. When you stop chasing, when you stop proving, when you simply become, he feels it, not as pressure, but as passion. That's when the craving begins. That's when your energy lives in his mind long after you've left the room. Dear lady, you were never meant to run after love. You were meant to stand in it, breathe in it, let it find you because you are already whole. And when you stop reaching for him, that's when he starts reaching for you. Not out of guilt, but out of desire. You are not here to chase, you are here to reign. Now is your time. Write this in the comments and claim it. I don't chase. I attract through presence. Let the world hear it, queens. Let him feel it. And if this message touched your soul, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you real, life-changing lessons because you were never meant to beg for love. You were born to embody it. Number 5. He's starving for admiration, but only the kind that comes from truth. Have you ever noticed how his eyes light up when you genuinely see him, not just for how he looks or what he does, but for who he is beneath the surface? There's something he secretly wants, something he craves more than he admits. It's not constant praise, it's not empty compliments, it's not attention for the sake of ego. What he truly craves is admiration that comes from truth, from depth, from real connection, from a woman who doesn't flatter but feels, a woman who doesn't perform love but embodies it. He won't say this out loud, he may even pretend he doesn't care, but deep down, admiration fuels him. Not admiration for the mask he wears, but for the man he is when no one's looking. He doesn't want the kind of praise that fades. He wants to be seen by a woman whose words are backed by presence, whose love is rooted in honesty. The kind of woman who doesn't just tell him he's great, but shows him that she sees his potential, his strength, even his fears, and still holds him in high regard. As Rumi once said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. He doesn't need admiration that hides his flaws. He craves the light that enters when you love him with your eyes open. That's the kind of love that makes him feel like he can conquer anything. That's the kind of love that doesn't just support him, it strengthens him. Think of a flame. A strong one doesn't need to shout to be felt. It doesn't burn wildly to get attention. It glows quietly, steadily, and warms the whole room. That's you when you stop trying to impress and simply stand in your truth. That's what pulls him in. That's what keeps him coming back, not for validation, but for the peace and power that only your presence can offer. You are not here to be small, to water yourself down, or hand out false praise just to keep a man close. You are here to see him fully and still choose to rise in your own power. Because the woman who admires from truth, she doesn't chase, she doesn't settle, she becomes unforgettable. So rise, powerful soul. You don't have to prove anything. Your presence is the praise he craves. Write this in the comments and claim it. My truth is the power he craves. Let the world know that you are done pretending, done shrinking, done overgiving. We are working hard to bring you life-changing lessons because you were never meant to be quiet. You were meant to reign. Number 6. He secretly craves mystery, but not confusion. Have you ever noticed how he pulls closer when you're quiet, when you're still, when you're just you? Not performing, not explaining, not chasing, just being. And suddenly he pays more attention, he looks longer, he listens harder. That's not confusion, it's attraction. Real, raw, magnetic attraction. Because what he secretly craves, but will never say out loud, is mystery. Not games, not distance, not manipulation, but a depth he can feel but not fully grasp. A woman who makes him curious, not confused. A woman who is not hard to understand, but too rich in soul to ever be figured out completely. He doesn't want chaos. He doesn't want questions with no answers. What he truly longs for is the spark that comes from discovery, when you're still uncovering layers of who you are, and you let him witness it without handing him all the pieces. The kind of woman who carries silence like gold. Not cold, not distant, just complete. And that silence, it echoes louder than noise. Rumi once said, "The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. And when you quiet the need to over-explain, to prove, to make sure he understands, you become unforgettable, because now he's listening. Now he's leaning in. And what is he searching for? Your truth, your depth, your energy, the mystery that isn't meant to be solved, but experienced. Imagine the moon. The whole world watches it, night after night. No one asks it to speak. No one questions its power. It just exists in quiet grace, pulling oceans, lighting up darkness, captivating everything beneath it. You are that moon, not chasing the sun, not begging to be seen, just glowing in your own rhythm, and he feels it, deeply, desperately. You were never meant to be an open book for him to flip through. You are poetry. You are sacred. You are rare. Let him read your story slowly. Let him earn each page. That is the kind of mystery that makes a man stay, not because he's confused, but because he's captivated. And now, lovely woman, it's time to rise. You don't have to make noise to be seen. You don't have to explain to be known. You are not here to be figured out. You are here to be felt, to be honored, to be experienced. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am mystery, not confusion. Queens, let him lean in, let him wonder, let him learn. And while he tries to understand you, you keep becoming, you keep rising. We are working every day to bring you powerful, life-changing lessons, because you were never meant to shrink. You were meant to reign. Number 7. He will never tell you, but he's pulled in by your wholeness, not your willingness to break for him. Have you ever noticed how he gets quiet when you stop chasing? How he pays more attention when you stop trying so hard to prove yourself? He may never say it out loud, but deep down, he is not pulled in by your pain. He is drawn to your power. Not the loud kind, not the angry kind, but the quiet strength of a woman who knows who she is and refuses to break just to be loved. What truly pulls him in is your wholeness, not the pieces you offer hoping to keep him, not the parts you hide because you think he won't understand, but the full, unapologetic version of you, the woman who doesn't shrink to fit his comfort, the woman who refuses to trade her self-worth for crumbs of attention. That's what holds his soul. That's what keeps him up at night, not because you begged, but because you walked away whole, not broken. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." And that's the truth. He might have chosen distance. He might have chosen someone else. But that's not where your power ends. That's where it begins. Imagine a mountain, unmoving, grounded, majestic. Rain may fall, winds may blow, but the mountain stands. That's you. When he sees that nothing shakes you, that no rejection steals your light, something shifts in him. He starts to feel what he lost, not because you reached back, but because you didn't, because you kept rising. You are not here to hand over your power for love. You are here to attract love that respects your power. And that starts when you stop asking, "Was I enough for him?" and start saying, "Was he ever enough for me?" So rise, beautiful woman. Rise beyond the pain, beyond the past. You were never meant to be broken for love. You were meant to be love. whole, bold, untamed. Affirm this now. He will never have the power to break what I've built within. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. Let the world know your strength is no longer negotiable. And if this message awakened something inside you, if it reminded you of the woman you are becoming, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you real, life-changing truths. Because queens like you were never meant to be quiet. You were meant to reign.